We welcome you to this broadcast of high school varsity football on NKTelco Sports. As you can see, we are at New Bremen High School. Cardinals driving, and David Holman puts it in, but we have got laundry. And the Bath Wildcats of the WBL are in town to take on the Cardinals. I think we have a hands to the face. Let's see what our gentleman in the white hat says. My name is Scott Fry. To my right, A.J. Lisi, and it's going to be a holding call. Cardinals had the ball 1st and 10 at the Bath 14. This is the opening drive for the Cardinals. Well, I'm a Bath. They actually started the game on offense with the ball. They made a first down, picked up about 13 yards, and then punted, and they had a muffed punt. Probably didn't make it back to the line of scrimmage. Cardinals 1st and 10 at the Bath 40. I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast: Keyhole Pizza, Precision Strip, Carriage Works, Minster Bank, Lincoln Electric Automation, Winners Meats, Speedway Lanes, and of course NKTelco. So the Cardinals will try it again. 1st and 15. Holman back to pass. Quick hitter out to Ben Saylor. Goes up and gets it. Now he's driving down near the 10. Now I think he fumbled the ball. Did you see the cookie go in?
They're going to say down on the ground, so New Bremen keeps it.
Nice. Good eyes, AJ.
Number 23, Ben Saylor.
So the Cardinals will get some positive yardage out of that play.
So they get about 8 yards on that play.
Gain of about 8 on the play. Expert eagle eye in the sky, A.J. Lisi here.
Hey.
Picked that up right away. Good job, man.
The glasses worked every once in a while.
So Cardinals now are going to have it 2nd and 8 at the Bath 12. Again, if you're just joining us, we do apologize. We had a little technical issue, got a little fumbled snap, and Bath in there to take advantage. Nice job. See the flex, number 58, walking proud on that tackle. Again, a fumbled snap, and in there to clean it up, Quentin Collins, 6'1", 260 junior. Coach Reindell looking to have a good season out of that young man, and he really got it done there, AJ.
Yeah, I mean, first game jitters. I mean, you're going to have a little bit of sloppiness there to begin the game. So,
sure.
I mean, it's just an adjustment, and as the game goes, you'll get more comfortable.
Absolutely. First week for everybody. Holman now rolls right downfield underneath the coverage, and he hits a man, and that is number 14, Grant Dickey, and he is in for the Cardinals score. This time, no laundry. And so the New Bremen Cardinals out of the Midwest Athletic Conference draw first blood. They're up 6-0, 6:37 to go here in the first quarter. 18-yard pitch and catch. David Holman to Grant Dickey.
Yeah, good start for the New Bremen Cardinals here. I mean, nice little drive, 40 yards here, and they get out to the 7-0 lead right now.
Nice little play there. You saw Dickey just get out underneath the first level of coverage, sat in that little zone, and had himself a nice little opening. Pitch and catch was made. Here comes Hunter Schaefer now, up with the extra point. The senior puts it through, and that's going to be one of the things we talk about tonight for differences in the new season for the Cardinals is their place kicking, and we'll get to that a little bit later. 6:37 to go. New Bremen 7, Bath 0. Let's go ahead and keep it here. Want to list off some more sponsors, AJ. Keys to the game will be brought to you tonight by good old Keyhole Pizza. Timeout sponsors, always Precision Strip. The New Bremen Live View, courtesy of Speedway Lanes. And our player of the game to be determined later. That is always awarded by NKTelco. So we'd like to thank all of those sponsors. And again, thanks to our viewing audience who are viewing this pay-per-view live. We had a couple of internet-related technical challenges, but thanks to Brian Putoff on the IT team here at New Bremen High School and Andy Bundy, we are up and running and everything is A-OK.
That's our hero for tonight.
That's right. Yep. We're gonna have to.
Maybe we should name him player of the game.
Yes. We may have to name Brian Putoff player of the game. And while we're thanking people, want to thank Chad Wells, the athletic director here at New Bremen High School, for hosting us. Always a privilege to be able to come to all these high schools, cover high school sports. Very happy to be able to bring that to you. So we're here. We're settled. First quarter underway. 7-0 Cardinals. Hunter Schaefer will be your kickoff man. We'll start with the kicking changes for the Cardinals. They were spoiled the last 4 years to have a 4-year place kicker in Owen Gable, and he was as close to automatic. We were talking before the game, AJ, and he's at Wittenberg now in Springfield, and one of the things on his to-do list was to place kick there, so we'll see how he does. This return taken up the middle. Nice job of getting free. Poor tackling for the Cardinals as Skylar Lehman, the 6'1", 160 junior. Nice return.
Yeah, I mean, that's a nice job, just keeping the legs going. getting through tackles and getting some extra yardage on that. Nice play by the Bath player.
Very nicely done. So, speaking of changes, on the Bath side, we've got a new quarterback this season in number 23, Kane Sullivan. He's a junior. This is his first time taking varsity snaps at the quarterback position. And so he looked pretty sharp. He had a nice completion on that first drive. It was like a 12-yard little out to the tight end. He went up the ladder to get it, actually, to Cody Vandemark, a wide receiver. My apologies. Way nice catch. Sad we couldn't show that to you. It was a nice pitch and catch, but Cardinal defense ended up bringing a lot of pressure up front and shutting that drive down. So you've got Sullivan in the shotgun, and he decides to keep it, reads the defense. Nice decision right up the middle. David Homan meets him about 3 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 2nd and 7 at the 41 after that 3-yard gain.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty athletic. I mean, he does a nice job faking the counter, and he went right up the middle. But I'll tell you right now, David Holman's going to be the guy to look for at that linebacker position.
Absolutely, yeah. MAC Player of the Year last year as a junior. Both sides of the ball, he's tough to deal with. And again, on the keeper, this time the Cardinals not fooled, as in there, first man in for the Crimson is number 57, the junior D lineman Nolan Kinning.
But I mean, Holman was right there in the middle of that too. So
yeah, David plays safety, and he will step. He's your last man, but he's smart enough now as a senior, 4-year starter on the varsity football team, to be able to read, run or pass, and get in there and nice job on run support. And we're going to get a little flag here. Looks like a false start on the offense. So again, week 1, not a shock to see stuff like that. Seen penalties on both sides so far tonight.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
So the Cardinals will be the benefactors of that one. 3rd and 12 at the Bath 36, heading to the west are the Wildcats. Got a nice, I want to thank both head coaches. Ryan Reindell, first of all, from Bath, sent us a nice packet of information to get us going. He is in his 4th year. He's got a 10-18 record, and I believe he was on the staff for a while. I had a nice interview I listened to on 93 on The Fan, talking about his days as a nice screen pass now, and they've got it going over the 40, over the 45, almost out to the 50, very close to the sticks.
Yeah, that's going to be a first down.
That's a great play right there. This time you see the Cardinals bringing pressure up the middle, and Bath did a nice job of letting that come and then hitting Lehman. That's number 17, Skylar Lehman, on the screen, and they move the sticks on a 3rd and 12.
Yeah, beautiful play there. Got the first down. That's a big 3rd down play, I think. I think this might shoot some confidence into this offense.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, that was well executed. Lehman's going to take it wide, Nolan Kenning there, and then Hunter Schaefer there to clean it up, and David Holman also. And they're going to give him the original line of scrimmage.
Brought down by number 5, David Holman.
The one thing about Bath from last year, Bath, a very much improved team from last year, really was competing in the WBL, kind of hit a dry spell towards the end of the year, but still made the playoffs.
Yes,
which is a big positive for this program that's been down.
Well, anytime you can make the playoffs, AJ, that's one extra week of practice, all those reps. It's awesome. This time the Cardinals in the backfield as if they knew what was coming. And back there for New Bremen was number 25. That's Dylan Bombauer. That was one name that Coach Schmidt gave me on the phone this week of a young man to watch, a quiet leader for the Cardinals. And that sets up Bath with a 3rd and 12 again here.
Yeah, I mean, this is a young Bath team. And you go back to your point, I mean, that extra practice helps them for this year.
Sure does.
As far as the playoffs. So Bath, I mean, coming in pretty positive right now.
Boy, nice job of picking up that snap. Perfect touch on the ball. And it's going to be short of the first down, but that could have been disastrous as Sullivan finds Cody Vandemark, the senior wideout. He does a good job of yards after catch, but it's not enough. Cardinals contain it. And so we're over midfield, so we'll be curious to see what Coach Reindell dials up here. Is he going to punt? Is he going to go?
It might be a little field position game right now.
Yeah, I mean, if you can pin New Bremen deep and make them go long. And it looks like that's exactly the plan. And this is Zach Welsh, the freshman.
Just like his dad. His dad was a punter in high school.
Boy, nice job of getting that snap and a great punt over to the corner. Aaron Tieman's going to field it inside the 15, and he's got a hanger on. And another young man comes in to clean that up. That is number 21 laying the lumber. That's Vinny Vendetta on special teams. Nice job. So pin the Cardinals back a little bit inside their 20. Let's see what Coach Schmidt and Coach Morris have dialed up on offense.
I think you're gonna see the same thing you saw in that first drive. A lot of runs between the quarterback. You got 3 runners right in the backfield.
Yeah.
You got to choose from, and I'll tell you what, New Bremen did a nice job of mixing that up that first drive.
So the Cardinals 1st and 10 at the 19. They give us to Wokley Gugeg. Love to see this guy running the football, and he gets popped as he comes around the corner. He had Hunter Schaefer blocking for him. Wokley's an interesting story. Young man's from Knoxville. Saw him running guys over when he was playing junior high football, and he's had a couple of pretty bad knee injuries. And so it is really, really nice to see Wokley Gugeg, his senior year, on the field carrying the football. So hats off to that young man, sticking with it. Would have been easy enough to fold up the tents.
Yeah, I cringe when I hear about knee injuries.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a family full of them.
Yep, absolutely. They're going to run Gugeg in the slot. And up top, he's going to get the ball. He's got it at the 25, out to about the 27. So nice 3rd and 2. Very nice, manageable. Staying within your down and distance here are the Cardinals.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Grant Dickey will run the play in now for the Cardinals. The other wideout, Aaron Tiemann, going to get a chance to move out of the shadow of Nick Allig and Brankston Krause and Trevor Bergman, who were the throwing targets last season. They all graduated. And Holman's going to keep it, pull it down. Bath waiting for it, and the Cardinals go nowhere. And we do have a flag down. So we'll see what we got here.
I think we're at a false start.
And that actually, if that's a false start, that helps the Cardinals because that's a dead ball foul, and they'll get another shot at 3rd down.
Penalty marker on the play.
See while they sort things out, and it is a procedure call.
False start against the Cardinals to back them up 5.
And honestly, AJ, if that was a declinable penalty, you probably decline that if you're Coach Reindell and take the play, but it is not. There's the junior Aaron Tiemann wearing jersey number 1. He's going to bring the play in. So the Cardinals now with 3rd down and 7. The ball's on their own 23 after that penalty. Hunter Schaefer's in motion. Holman looking downfield, has to dump it off, and no good. That one bounces into Schaefer. So Bath does a nice job of getting pressure. Looked like in there on defense was number 15, Preston Young, the sophomore safety on a blitz. And that's going to force the Cardinals to punt the ball away for the first time tonight.
Yeah, that's the first incomplete pass they've thrown tonight. So.
Yeah, a little pressure on Holman. He was looking downfield, but he had to check it down to the back, and then just one hopped it in there. And I think this is Ben Saylor, 23. There's a 2. It's the 23, Ben Saylor.
That's a nice punt.
Yep, nice kick right at the 40. He's going to have to let that go. It got up in the sun. And so the Cardinals get a New Bremen roll. And Cale Tangeman says, here you are, Mr. Official. Take that ball, and it is 1st and 10 Bath at their own 28. Let's give you starting lineups here for the Wildcats. We've already kind of covered the skill position guys, but up front in the trenches, boy, oh boy, they got some meat up there, AJ. I see number 72, Boston Cheney, 6', 300 at right tackle. Corey Slate, I hope I'm saying that right, number 70, 6', 260, a sophomore. Cade Price, your center, 5'10", 195, he's a senior. Quentin Collins, number 58, guard, 6'1", 260, and then Tyshawn Davis, number 52, is your other tackle. He goes 225, 6 feet tall, also a senior. So, and he's actually the right tackle. Your left tackle is number 72, Boston Cheney.
But the one thing you got to look at, how many seniors are on that starting?
Yeah, you got 2 seniors on the starting O-line. 3 seniors, excuse me. 2 tackles in the center, and the Cardinals are going to stack up the QB there. And again on defense, number 25, Dylan Bombauer, and Ben Saylor in there.
Yeah, that Bath is not getting much on the run right now. I mean, they have to maybe kind of mix a little of the offense up. They had a nice screen pass. I think they need to kind of spread it out a little bit and maybe open up that run game.
Well, and you see it now. We got 2 receivers wide left, shotgun, kind of a pistol formation, different backfield.
Nice
little outlet pass there. That goes to Blaine Albright. He's going to take it out past the sticks, out to almost the 40, where he's run out of bounds. So nice conversion there for the Wildcats on 2nd down. They pick up another 1st down and move the sticks.
Yeah, nice 12-yard gain, kind of a little out play there. And I'll tell you what, Bath, nice job getting the first down.
All right, so again, in the shotgun, this is Kane Sullivan, junior quarterback. With him is Keaton Vernon, number 22. Again, they're going to put a pass out to the side, and boy, oh boy, Aaron Tiemann dropped a shoulder into the midsection of number 5, Blaine Albright, and still a gain of 4. So you'll take that on first down.
And it was the same play they just ran the play before. It was an out pattern, and he got it out there. So
absolutely,
they're kind of stretching things out. It might open that run game up for him.
Oh, that's exactly right. Soften up, make them respect this pass. And now we've got a stoppage of play, and that's actually known as the end of the first quarter. So after one, here at New Bremen High School on a beautiful evening at Cardinal Stadium, the home Cardinals so far holding serve. They lead 7-0 over the Bath Wildcats here on NKTelco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Whether you do business from a corner store or a corner office, there is one asset your business cannot do without: the internet. Everything from sales and marketing, training and shipping, PR, HR, and R&D, your business relies on a fast, reliable, and secure connection. And now, it's more important than ever to partner with an internet provider you can trust. Get Flight Fiber for Business, backed by local tech support from NKTelco. Call today.
Welcome back to New Bremen High School. Scott Fry with you, AJ Lisi to my right. And it is week one, a week early. OHSAA moved everything forward 1 week, and so normally it's scrimmage time and game plan time for week one, but this year we're getting after it.
And you usually have these teams doing 3 scrimmages a year, and it kind of gets them in that flow, but
right.
You know, this first week's kind of playing like a scrimmage because they are just not in that habit yet. So you might see a little sloppiness this first week, but I'll tell you what, both teams have done a nice job where you haven't seen that many sloppy plays.
So Bath now 2nd and 6 at their own 42. Here's the give to Lehman. He makes a couple guys miss. Boy, he's a shifty runner. He's a little short of the line to gain by about 2 yards, but about a 4-yard gain right there. So Bath now with a very manageable 3rd down and 2 right near midfield at the 47. And look how quickly they're lining up and getting their play.
But that's the longest run of the game so far for Bath. So, I mean, like I said, that passing is really helping their offense.
Shotgun pistol. Sullivan's going to keep it. Cardinals stack him up at the line, and Canning holds him up. Nolan Canning, number 57. And then the remainder of the defense keys him in and brings him down. Gain of about a yard to the 48.
Yeah, Sullivan was looking for a gut, and I'll tell you what, there was no hole.
Yeah, New Bremen did a nice job up front there.
Yeah.
To give you an idea up front, 56, Evan Iyink, 57, Nolan Kenning, 58, Carter Elking, 68, Marcus Spielman, all doing some of the heavy lifting up front for the Cardinals. Now Kenning will take a breather, and in comes Brett Schaefer for the Cardinals to replace him on the D-line. Cardinals run a 3-4. They bring the linebackers up, and then they like to disguise coverage, and here goes Bath now, going to make another shot at a punt. Nice punt. Aaron Tiemann fields it at about the 15, and you're going to get a hold on that. Pretty obvious as Tiemann runs it out across the 30.
No, you're going to get a block in the back.
Or a block in the back, excuse me. Yeah, good call there. Whoopsie. Coachable moment there for that young man, so the Cardinals are going to be backed way up. So again, Bath has kind of flipped the field a little bit on New Bremen. The Cardinals started their first drive at the Bath 40, and then their next drive was deep inside their own territory, actually at their own 19. This one's going to start even deeper, I think, AJ.
Yeah, but I mean, that's Bath's. This is good for Bath. This is the confidence.
A little momentum, absolutely.
Exactly.
Let the defense pin their ears back a little bit, come after them. Speaking of defense, some more changes on the New Bremen side of things. Longtime defensive coordinator Chad Williams retired after last season. Congratulations to Coach Williams. He coached here in New Bremen for a long, long time. Also coached north of here. I just don't recall where it was, but he was.
I think it was Ada, wasn't it?
Is somewhere up north of here before he was here. Now handoff up the middle. Schaefer tries to bounce it outside, making guys miss. This is what you get out of Hunter Schaefer. Wow. He can go north-south or make guys miss. Kind of reminds you a little bit of Emmitt Smith's running style, where he looks like he's going to pound you, and then all of a sudden he went 2 yards to the right, and that was 8 yards. Pretty much all him.
Beautiful run.
But yes, congratulations to Chad Williams on his retirement. He was a defensive coordinator for a long time here for the Cardinals. Down there on the sidelines in the yellow pullover is Marcus Overman, the high school principal here, and you may recognize the name Overman. AJ, have you heard his name before?
Oh, that's yes. Actually, I've known Marcus since he was yay high. So
right.
It's kind of, but the funny thing is, I look down on the field, it looks exactly like his dad.
Yeah, he does. So Marcus Overman is the defensive coordinator now for the Cardinals in his first night in the position. His dad, Howard, coached football here for a number of years. He taught in Wapakoneta and then did most of his career down here in New Bremen before retiring as school superintendent a few years ago. And so congratulations to Marcus. Marcus, part of the 2004 state regional final team. Yeah, we're going to get a timeout here. Looks like Lima Bath has called that timeout. We'll go ahead and take it with them. Thank you, Precision Strip, for sponsoring our timeout. We'll be back here in just a moment. New Bremen 7, Bath 0, 9:39 to go here before halftime on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Welcome back to Cardinal Stadium at New Bremen High School. Want to say hey to our good friends out at Bremen Fest. We got a couple of TVs up there in the Crown Pavilion. Bremen Fest kicking off this weekend, and they're watching the ball game. So, yeah, make some noise if you're at Bremen Fest. Maybe we'll hear you out here at the stadium, but nice that we're able to bring the game to you. All the folks out there working hard all weekend for the festival, and it's nice to be able to partner with them.
Yeah, nice band tonight.
Yes.
It's haywire.
Yes, yeah. It's always a nice weekend, and we're happy to partner with them, provide them with those TVs and the broadcast. Hunter Schaefer now reverses his field again. AJ takes it out the right side, and he's run out of bounds there by number 5. That's Blaine Albright.
Yep. Nice runner. I'll tell you, he gets on that. He tries to turn that corner pretty quick. So
he's got a passing gear out there when he gets around the corner. You know, you look at him, you think, oh, this guy's going to be straight up the middle between the tackles, but he's got some speed when he gets around that corner.
Yeah, I mean that's a nice player to have on the offensive end.
So the Cardinals in their shotgun wing T type offense, and now David Holman's going to keep it, and just when you got tired of trying to chase down Hunter Schaefer, David Holman comes at you, and that's a whole nother set of challenges, and there's a Cardinal first down. Another coaching change on the Cardinal sideline. Spencer Allig, 2020 graduate, linebacker, O-lineman, now working with the football team. Completion to Tiemann, and he gets out over the 40, makes the first man miss, falls forward for an additional couple yards. Aaron Tiemann, also a standout on the hardwood during basketball season. Aaron in his junior year, 5'11", 166. You may recognize the name Tiemann. His grandfather, Tom, set a bunch of scoring records, was a standout on the basketball floor here in New Bremen. Fun to watch those families, those generations in our schools here have success.
Barnhorst.
Yep.
I mean, those are some names I know.
Holman's going to hit Tiemann again. Again, Bath giving Tiemann some respect. He's getting 3 or 4 free yards, and he can, as you see there, he can make guys miss. He's quick and strong, and so there's a Cardinal first down. Cardinals running predominantly 2 receiver sets. Aaron Peppelman's been on the other side, and in and out of the game has been Blake Suchlin, and he's going to line up Suchlin in the slot. Tiemann wide on the other slot is Peppelman, and this time they give to Schaefer, and he's patiently waiting for a hole, and Bath does a nice job of stringing that down the line, and you saw coming in on the backside, number 70 from his D tackle position, Corey Slate. And, man, nice pursuit there for the big guy.
Yeah, it was just the containment of the defensive end. He really stayed at home, really pushed that, and the linebackers came in and just took care of the job.
Dalton Woodruff, I believe, number 4, junior outside linebacker, kind of got that thing stopped, and then they cleaned it up. So nice play, no gain on first down, as the Cardinals now will send Dylan Kramer out on the far right side, teaming in the slot. And Blake Suchel in front of us here on the near sideline, and that's going to be Kramer. He catches it. So Homan, very efficient, short passes, and then he's letting those receivers do their work.
Yeah, it's just a nice little 5-yard hitch there. Gets about 6 yards on that play, and I'll tell you what, once again, third down and short yardage for New Bremen.
Shout out to my man Brad Selby, home on the couch holding that thing down. Tells me that Coach Williams coached at Crestview, so thanks for that intel, Mr. Selby. Brad is an integral part of the baseball program here in the summertime in New Bremen. And it looks like they're going to mark him just shy. Yep. 4th and a foot. I'm going to guess Coach Schmidt and Morris are not too afraid to try something here the way their defense has been playing.
Yeah. I think they got the power up front to really push them back.
You're almost tempted to just put David under center and sneak it forward.
Yeah.
But the Cardinal offense, like many high school offenses now, is predicated on having a little time to read the defense. And David's going to take it right off the right side. And here's what he does, man. He makes guys miss. Look how strong he is. And, man, he's putting on a show as he's down inside the 30, down to the 25. And that's what you get with him. He is dangerous. That was almost to the house. Nice play for the senior signal caller, David Homan.
Yeah, that's just a read play, and he's just trying to find a hole. And I'll tell you what, as athletic as he is, he makes those nice plays. And 16 yards.
Strong.
Yes.
One of the things, talking with Coach Schmidt this week, he mentioned, one of the things that's impressed him is how the MAC Player of the Year here, David Homan, has just been workmanlike in his preparation for this season. And now it's the give to Wokley Gugeg, and he breaks it free around the left side. Nice blocking up front. A couple of good holes that maybe you or I could have stumbled through. And then Wokley Gugeg makes him pay, and that's another Cardinal first down.
I don't think I'd get 13 yards on that.
Well, no, but we'd have got through the hole.
Yeah, we would have got through the hole.
Not pretty, but so at any rate, talking about David Homan, Coach Schmidt talking about how humble David is and how he didn't act like the MAC Player of the Year. He just came to work and lifted weights in the offseason, worked on his fundamentals, and you saw that last run with him, 3 stiff arms, 2 of them he got away with. The strength in that young man, and there you see that weight room work paying off.
Exactly.
So a little bit of discussion of 2021, the MAC doing the MAC things once again. 3 teams in the state final, divisions 5, 6, and 7. Versailles, congratulations to the Tigers on their state title. They go 15-1, AJ, and win state championship number, I don't know, a couple hundred.
Yeah.
Man, Versailles is a football powerhouse going back to.
Well, and the great thing is, ballpark alum Ryan Jones is coaching that team, and his dad's there too. So, I mean, that's a little ballpark flavor over there. So,
absolutely, very cool, very cool. Division 6, Coldwater comes up a little short in the final, and they end up state runners-up. Nothing to be ashamed of with that. A 13-3 record, so representing themselves in the MAC. They are 7-7 in state finals. Just being there 14 times is mind-blowing, but yeah, there you have it. And then Marion Local, shocker, surprise to everybody listening. They are state champs again last year, D7. That's I think that was number 12, which is the record in the state for football championships. So
seeing them twice, had no doubt in my mind. I mean,
they came to Walpock last year. In fact, they have Walpock there on a home and home, and here goes Homan around the left side, and he's down to the 5, a couple of yards short of a first down. But all of a sudden now, New Bremen's got something going on this drive, and Bath is on their heels trying to keep the Cardinals out of the end zone. But in fact, we were talking about that off the air, the MAC WBL. Really cool to see. There's 3 games tonight. Is it 3? Yeah, Bath,
4.
New Bremen.
We got 4 games. You got Salina, Versailles.
Right.
You got Kenton, Coldwater.
That's right, Kenton, Coldwater.
This game right here, and then.
And speaking of this game,
Walpock, Marion Local.
David Homan bounces it inside like a pinball and finds the end zone. So the first touchdown of the year for the Cardinal signal caller. And the Cardinals will be up 13-0, pending an extra point by senior Hunter Schaefer. Your holder is Ryland Bussey, who's a backup quarterback, probably one of the candidates for the future of this program once David Homan's gone. So good to see him holding key part of the puzzle on special teams, holding for the kicker. And now we got some guy in the back of the end zone throwing yellow stuff around. Counting heads. We're going to see how many guys we got. Might have too many men on the field. Let's see. There goes a guy in a white shirt. That could be a thing. This will be interesting now. Let's see if Coach Schmidt decides, hey, maybe we go for 2 here.
Yeah.
Apparently, you're not supposed to have more than 11 players.
I don't understand that.
I'm thinking if I can put as many on there as, All right, so we'll try this again. I'm assuming that's a half of the distance to the goal penalty. Coach Schmidt getting his options here. It wouldn't shock me to see him try a 2-point conversion.
Or maybe just decline it and let him.
And there's something to be said for doing things the way you've always done them as far as distance kicking.
And they're going to move it up. So
a little bit. So here goes Hunter Schaefer now. His second point after attempt. First one was good. Second one is good. And so with 5:20 to go, the Cardinals now with a 2-score lead, up 14-0 on the Bath Wildcats here on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
We are back live here at Cardinal Stadium. It's week 1, Friday Night Lights. I know you're looking at your calendar and scratching your head, but you are right if you're surprised. It is a week early. Normally, we're starting football right after the start of school. Most schools not back yet. And New Bremen off to a nice lead. And again, we were talking off the air about computer points. And this is a big game. I know it's just week 1, pump the brakes, Scott. But the Cardinals are taking on a D4 opponent here with the Bath Wildcats. Another nice return for, I think that's Lehman. Yes, it is. Another nice return, almost out to the 30. But, if the Cardinals can win this game, Bath is a D4 school. So you get multipliers and bumpers and all that cool stuff. But then Bath is going to go on and win some games.
Yes.
Like you said, they're an improved team. Another year under Coach Reindell. He's got 9 starters back that we saw. I think that's what he showed me on his on his details. I believe the number was 9. It is returning letter winners. So they're going to win their share of games.
Oh, yeah.
On the flip side, the Cardinals are expected to win their share of games. And so either way, the winner of this game is going to set themselves up for a good start in the computer points race.
I look at, we were talking about WBL versus MAC, and I just think for the WBL, it's a good focus to see where you're at, and it helps you going into the league because no doubt about it, the MAC is the best league in the state of Ohio. There's no doubt in my mind.
Top to bottom, they got it going on, and there's a little pressure on that run game as Lehman tries to turn the corner, and there to say no thank you, sir, is number 68, senior Marcus Spielman. Yeah, back to that, right? 4 matchups, so Versailles at Salina, and that's been a traditional week 1 matchup. Coldwater Kenton goes back to like the 1700s.
Oh, yeah.
Right, leather helmets. And then now we've got and this is a home and home. Next year, New Bremen will travel up to Bath, and then Marion and Wapak are finishing a home and home. Marion was there last year. Risky pass over the middle. Nice. Threads the needle, drops it right in there on number 21. That's Vinny Vendetta, the sophomore receiver, got himself a little room, and now you're going to get a penalty in the backfield. And that's a hold. That's unfortunate because look where that flag is down there at the 20. That's going to be 10 yards beyond that. That's the death knell in high school football. Still not a fan of that.
Yeah, I mean, right there, that's 17 yards. Now that's 27 yards you're missing right there.
Because that was a nice play. I'll tell you, Vendetta did a nice job of curling up in front of the Cardinal deep man and settling in. And, man, I'll tell you what, Kane Sullivan's got a lot of nice touch on the football. He's thrown some really nice passes tonight. So you hate to see that. But, yeah, so Bath now backed up to the 10-yard line. They are second down in Kettlersville to go. That's about 28 yards if you're doing the math at home.
I'm looking more at McCartysville. I don't know.
It's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, it is.
It's a ways, yeah. So they will send out to the right side. That's number 81. I want to get that young man's name, the wideout. I don't think I've got that number 21? On my roster. Let me check that number
21?
again. Is it 21?
I think it's 21.
Yep, so 21. He got 2 receivers right. Now he's scrambling for his life. Sullivan is. Almost a great catch by Lehman and almost a steal by Ben Saylor. He was smelling the end zone. Little floater up there, and you see there's our defensive coordinator, Marcus Overman, on the field. A little bit excited about that.
Yeah. Oh, I'd be excited too, and I'm not even a defensive coordinator.
That was almost pick six, and it was almost a bust-out offensive play. If Lehman could have come down with that, the way he runs, he could have gotten some yardage. So 3rd and 28, and that is number 21. My apologies, Vinny Vendetta, closest to us. In the slot, number 4, that is Dalton Woodruff. And then one receiver wide left, and now Sullivan's just going to kind of keep it smart, keep it on the ground. Don't want to make a mistake this deep in your end. Going to kind of concede the field position. Cardinals will smother that. In there on the tackle, looks like Johnny Heitkamp, the junior, number 44. And so the Cardinals hold serve on defense, and Aaron Tiemann, David Holman will step back. And Holman's going to be the up return man as Aaron Tiemann standing on the bird at center of the field here.
Yeah, they're going to get good field position here. But
they sure are.
The way Welsh is kicking the ball.
Well, he's got a little wind. The wind is coming just a little bit out of the west. High snap. I'll tell you what, that young man, he just got touched. I don't think they're going to flag anybody. But I'll tell you, that young man's got some composure because he's had a low snap that he fielded and now a high snap, and he's made 3 solid kicks.
And he's a freshman. That's knowing his dad, once again, a Walpock native.
Yep.
Punted in high school too, and he was a great punter for the Walpock Redskins.
Comes by it naturally then.
Yeah.
So the Cardinals in business here, looking to really make it uncomfortable for Bath if they can put together a nice drive. 3:22 to go before the half, so they won't be in a huge hurry on the Bath 43. If they could milk the end of the quarter here and score, now you're going to get a little jet sweeper across the formation. That is Carlos Velasco, and he's going to get strung out and put down.
24, Carlos Velasco, the ball carrier.
Yeah, Bath did a nice job of reading that.
Yeah.
Again, in the middle of all of that, number 2 this time, Cody Vandemark from his cornerback position, but also number 4, Dalton Woodruff. Tell you, Bath is doing a nice job on these jet sweeps, of stringing them out and shutting them down. It's the between the tackles running where New Bremen's had more success.
But that's where New Bremen's power is right between the tackles.
Yep.
They got a big offensive line.
They do. We'll get you those guys here in a minute. Holman now rolling all the way to his left. He's going to go for the whole home run, and he's got a man out there just a little bit overthrown. Dylan Kramer.
That's a nice ball.
That's a nice ball. That's a touchdown maybe week 3, week 4 when that chemistry and timing has had a chance to percolate. So the Cardinals 3rd and 10 now.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
So up front on the offensive line for the Cardinals, Jack Saylor, I believe, is your center, number 56, son of Coach John Saylor. And you recognize the name Saylor, Ben Saylor, 23, also Coach Saylor's boy. 56, Evan Iank. 57, Nolan Kenning. 58, Carter Elking. 68, Marcus Spielman. Holman now on a design run. He's going to go around the right side, pick his way through. Bath's got him contained. Nice job of shutting that down. So the Cardinals now 2.5 minutes to go here before halftime. Got to believe they're going to go for it down here at the 32 with about 4 yards to go for a first down, AJ.
Yeah, but I can see them maybe running the clock out and maybe pinning them back too. So,
you know, the way the defense has been playing, they almost housed one on a pick six, kind of a muffed play there with Saylor. But, everything feels like the Cardinals right now got things under control. Don't want to speak too quickly or anything. But, nice start for the Cardinals. And honestly, Bath just needs to hang in there right now. Yeah. They've had some good first downs. Their run game, pass game has been solid. They just haven't been able to convert those key third downs when the Cardinals have been able to make a good play on defense. And the Cardinals will take a precision strip timeout. We will take it with them. 1:49 to go before the halftime break here on NKTelco Sports.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
We are back live here. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We sure do appreciate it. Live streaming Week 1 football. The Cardinals with a 4th and 4. Looks like Coach Schmidt is going to go for it. We got a guy out wide to the right, and then 2 wide left. Holman's looking left, and right over the middle, and Aaron Tiemann pulls it down. Nice little post route. And the Cardinals move the chains, and I think you're going to see a lot of that. Number 5 to number 1 this season as those two guys find their groove.
That's one. I think that's one relationship you're going to see all through the year, because those two just look at each other and just say, "Yep, I got it."
Yep. Well, and Aaron, there were 3 good receivers on this team last year, primarily Nick Alleg and Trevor Bergman, and Aaron was the third option, but he was still out here. Right. And they got, extra reps, 2 weeks of extra reps with their playoff run. Bath gets Hunter Schaefer at the line of scrimmage. Nice job in there. Number 52 for the Wildcats. That's Tyshawn Davis, the senior defensive end. And he just shut that down. Loss of 1 on the play.
Yeah, I mean, he tried to shift out to the outside, but Bath did a nice job just containing it and really wrapping him up to get that loss on the play.
Cardinals trying to hurry up now. Hunter Schaefer blocking for Holman, turns the corner, stiff arms the guy. They're going to get 28 on a hold.
Yep.
And that's going to come back. So 10 yards from where you see that little yellow flag right there. So I think they caught the back holding on that block. Yeah, and that was the point of attack right there. So good spot by the official. 52 seconds left now.
That's New Bremen's 4th penalty of the game.
Yeah, week 1 football.
Yep.
You'll have that. Boy, talk about a nice night, though. Whoever ordered up this weather did it right. There was like one cloud over the stadium as we were getting our technical issues ironed out, and it started dropping those big drops, and then it kind of evaporated, and we're sitting pretty now.
Thank goodness.
So we got a lot of deuces up on the scoreboard. 2nd and 22 on the 29, second quarter. And here we go. Cardinals put 2 guys, that's Suchland and Tiemann, out right. Saylor out left. Holman looking Saylor all the way with a long timing. And it's going to be man on man, and looked like a little arm bar right there, but I'll tell you what saved him. Right? Cody Vandermark had position, had his head turned, and sure there's contact and he's arm barring him, but he had position. He's got just as much right to that ball as the offensive player does. Good play.
Drives me nuts to watch quarterbacks don't even look at the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, they have no clue.
Yeah, if he wouldn't have turned his head, that would probably have been flagged.
Exactly.
But nice coverage on Saylor, and it looks like Ben, 23 for the Cardinals, Ben Saylor, has got a few inches on him, and now the Cardinals try Hunter Schaefer up the middle, and a young man by the name of Corey Slate says, "I don't think so, buddy." And now it's 4th down in Carthagena here for the Cardinals, 4th and 22 to go to the west. So going to have to go for it at this point with half a minute.
I'm gonna override you. I think it's more Chickasaw.
Chickasaw, all right, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
You've been here longer than I have, so
no, I haven't.
I'm an import here. So
am I.
All right, so Coach Schmidt going to decide what he wants to do here with 4th and 23. I don't think there's one of those in the playbook, and it looks like maybe he's going to, let that clock wind down. 9, 6, 5, 4. Call timeout here and going to take one shot.
Yeah.
So we'll just go ahead and keep it here. Timeout Cardinals. Interesting, we're talking about the MAC year last year in football. They sent 7 teams to the playoffs. Now, again, we've got the expanded playoff format, and we could talk about that maybe in the second half about where you come down on that, where I come down on that. But Versailles, Coldwater, Anna, Fort Recovery, Marion Local, St. Henry, New Bremen all went to the playoffs last year, and I don't have it in front of me, but I'm going to go out on a limb. I know Fort Recovery upset and won week 1.
Yeah.
And I believe St. Henry won week 1. I think the MAC went 7-0 week 1 in the playoffs. And that's when you're a MAC school, you just want to get in the playoffs because you're probably going to get a week off from the MAC schedule. And you stack up really well against the rest of the state. Nothing's for free.
No.
But, yeah, so the MAC representing well again.
St. Henry 29, Covington 0.
So 4th and 23, 4th and Chickasaw. According to Mr. Lisi, he's got his GPS out here, believe it or not. So we're going to see the Cardinals line it up here. Let's see if they've got a 4th and 23. I'm going to go ahead and assume they're going to take a shot because this is 3 seconds to go in the half. You see how I pulled that together? It's brilliant, right?
That was awesome. I loved it.
Hunter Schaefer, the outlet. Holman looking Ben Saylor all the way. And a little out of bounds. Nothing going to happen on that. Little circus catch attempt. And that's going to put 0-0s on the clock. So at the end of the first half of Week 1 Friday Night Lights here on NKTelco, it's New Bremen 14 and the Bath Wildcats 0. We will be back just before the third quarter with some stats and some details on this first half. Thanks for joining us once again. Happy to bring you high school football here on NKTelco Sports.
We are here, and here, and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Welcome back to New Bremen High School, Cardinal Stadium. Scott Fry with you here, and to my right, AJ Lisi. And as you can see from our scoreboard shot there with 2:45, basically warm-up time, stretch time before the second half gets underway, the Cardinals, a pretty nice first half of football with a 14-0 lead over the visiting Bath Wildcats of the Western Buckeye League. AJ, tell us a little bit about how we got to 14-0.
Well, you're going to look at some stats.
Yep.
The one stat that stands out is the rushing attack. I mean, New Bremen rushing attack, 93 yards compared to 11 yards. I mean, that's a big key. I think New Bremen's offensive line is doing a nice job opening some holes early, especially for Holman. I mean, Holman's run the ball pretty well. A couple of your running backs, Hunter Schaefer, once again, he had some nice runs. So that's a big thing. I mean, passing attack, New Bremen had 71 yards. They were 7-11 for 71 yards.
Nice. Yep.
I mean, that's a good
sufficient.
stat.
Yeah.
And Bath was 5-9 for 46. I mean, that's not bad.
Nope.
So it's just, I think Bath needs to establish a little more of the running attack. And I think if they can get some yards there and they can run some clock, I think it could go in Bath's favor. But right now, up front's the thing that's killing the Bath Wildcats, both offensively and defensively. Because I'll tell you what, New Bremen's defensive line has really shut down the middle. They cannot run up the middle. So for Bath to be successful, they got to open it up a little more as far as the run game. There's no turnovers. First downs, 9 first downs to 3. I mean, penalties are pretty much even. So it just comes down to right there, that rushing attack.
Yep. Absolutely. Thank you, AJ, for the numbers off of that first half. And again, with our technical challenges getting started, we got going a little bit late, about halfway into the first quarter, so we didn't get a chance to present our Keyhole Pizza Keys to the Game. And so we're going to do Keyhole Pizza Keys to the Game second half edition for the Cardinals. Best I can think is keep that run-pass balance on offense. Yeah. You know, when you can run the ball effectively, the defense has got to honor that, and that opens up the passing game a little bit. And honestly, if you can get the passing game going, that opens up your run game. But that balance, as you showed us in the statistics, is a good part of why the Cardinals have a 2-score lead. Also, a thing I noticed, I'd like to see the Cardinals keep the pressure on the new quarterback, on Sullivan. Sullivan's played pretty well. It's his first year, his first game. Varsity level quarterback. The Cardinals had made a little bit of some things uncomfortable for him. I think if they keep doing that, that's going to maybe result in a turnover. And then the Cardinal defense can't give up any big plays because it's a 2-score game. You're basically one play away from being down a score. So if you're Bath, or if you're the Cardinal defense, don't allow any big plays. On the Bath side of the ledger for Keyhole Pizza Keys to the Game, win the line of scrimmage. Sound familiar? Yeah. Just what you were just talking about. Bath needs to take back the line of scrimmage away from the Cardinals because the Cardinals pretty dominant there in the first half. And I think Bath, if they can force a turnover, right?
I agree.
Force a turnover, get a short field, get a score, and then finally limit mistakes, just kind of tidy things up a little bit in the second half. They did have some penalties. It was pretty even, but there were some miscues on a couple of plays that they missed out on a first down here and there that could have been a difference as well. Right. So, again, we'd like to thank Chunky Bob down at Keyhole Pizza in Newport for the keys to the game. Also want to let you know NKTelco Sports and our sponsors very pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity football action on NKTelco Channel 3 or in high definition on Channel 503. You can watch this game again in its entirety Tuesday, August 23rd at 5 p.m. and Saturday, August 27th at 4 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook and at nktelco.com/sports. Thank you for joining us, and we are getting underway as the Cardinals had deferred the coin toss, and they're going to receive the kick. And this is Wokley Gugeg, and he gets bounced out of bounds right about the 20-yard line. Again, when that timing gets disrupted on that kicking game, sometimes that plays into the favor of the return team, but this time Bath, nice job getting down there and covering that.
Make that to 17. Cardinals will start there.
So the Cardinals going to start 1st and 10. Looks like they knocked Gugeg out at the 17. So nice job there for Bath. And again, they need to get some pressure here on Homan, make him uncomfortable, or at the very least, get that line of scrimmage sorted out, because they did pretty well stopping the jet sweep and the outside run game. But boy, between the tackles, Cardinals did well. And now Hunter Schaefer around the right side, and he breaks loose and drags a man out to about a yard shy of the first down. Carson Kennard on the tackle, the freshman linebacker. And boy, that's a good-sized young man there. Kennard goes 6 foot 186 as a freshman, AJ.
Wow. I mean,
big boy.
That's a big boy.
And Hunter Schaefer just drug him about 3 yards. That'll show you how strong Hunter Schaefer is.
And I think that's the big difference here in this game is the experience of New Bremen against the young team of Bath.
Sure.
And Bath hasn't done it. I'm not saying Bath hasn't done a great job, but it's just the experience right now that's really overwhelming Bath.
Absolutely. Now we got some flags. We're going to get a false start. Dead ball, false start in the offense. That'll back up the Cardinals 5. And that was one of the things that Coach Reindell talked about and sent us in his information. You know, they graduated 15 seniors off last year's team, so he's got a lot of underclassmen on the field, so that experience piece, you know, he said he's going to really need to lean on the older boys to really lead on the field. And it hasn't been anything catastrophic or disastrous for Bath, just the Cardinals have made more plays.
Yeah.
And you will see through, as the season grows, that experience for Bath will help. And now a little quick hitter to Tiemann. He catches it at the 30, turns on the Jets, and he's taken down out of bounds and then helped up. You always love to see that in high school football as Cody Vandermark makes the tackle and then helps up his opponent, Tiemann. And that'll be a Cardinal first down, as you can hear in the background, the PA announcer. So New Bremen now with fresh set of downs at their own 33. Homan in the shotgun. They run this shotgun wing T, sort of a pistol formation. And that is Schaefer, and he will take it right inside the left tackle. Makes one guy miss, gets around the corner, and they're going to mark him just short of the 40. Gain of about 6.
Yeah, you see Schaefer now getting to that outside off the lead play. That was one thing we thought Bath did a good job there as the game first half went on. But now that's 2 straight plays where New Bremen's gotten some lead plays.
Chunk yardage off the corners there. Now Homan's going to take it inside. They catch him in the backfield, and he makes a guy miss. And here comes that stiff arm, and he makes another guy miss. Shucks and jives, and now it's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 25 as David Homan doing David Homan things. Makes a few guys miss, and first thing you know, Jed's a millionaire, and we got another Cardinal first down.
Yeah, that's about a 37-yard gain right there for the New Bremen Cardinals.
I'll tell you, Bath did get a hand on him right behind the line of scrimmage, but you're going to need more than one hand on David Homan because, again, you saw it right on the sideline. Homan put a hand on, I believe that was Blaine Albright, the senior linebacker coming over to make a stop, and Homan just put his hand out, and that is one strong young man, the number 5.
Oh, like you said earlier, the offseason has paid off for Homan right here. Yep. He wants to improve.
Schaefer now on the left side. Stumbles across the 20. Nice tackle there, number 22, Keaton Vernon, the junior linebacker for the Wildcats. Upset the cart. Held Hunter Schaefer to about a gain of 3, maybe 4. Cardinals will send Grant Dickey, number 14, out to the numbers. Aaron Tiemann off the line of scrimmage in the slot. Now Homan's going to look that way. He's going to roll. Now back in the middle of the field. Dangerous pass. Boy, oh boy. Nice play there by the freshman punter, Zach Welsh.
Yeah, that's one play I think Homan should have just taken it himself. He had the opening to the outside, but I think he was just trying to force things. He's trying to be too fancy, and now it's a third down play.
Intended target there was the tight end, number 23, Ben Saylor, the senior, unable to connect. And so now third down and about 7. Homan waves his receiver. Now Tiemann Boy, nice job there. He hits him in stride, and Tieman's going to walk it to the house. I think we had a busted coverage there on the defense, and I don't know that far corner realized the ball was coming.
Well,
and
a nice
Tieman walked in untouched.
Receiver did a nice job at blocking right in.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you right now, it was a nice job by Holman setting that up because he did have that swing pass right out there.
Yep.
And Tiemann was wide open.
Well, it looked like Holman maybe pump faked or gave some direction downfield to Sam Holman. Grant Dickey, number 14. And then once Aaron Tiemann got the ball, Grant Dickey bulldozed his man into the end zone, and that gave Tiemann a wide open walk in. So 20-0 and a low PAT, but I believe that is good, and it is right over the New Bremen student section. And they are down to do 21 push-ups as the Cardinals lead 21-0 over the Bath Wildcats here on NKTelco Sports.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
We are back here, high school Friday night lights. The lights are on. It's getting dark. No place I'd rather be. AJ Lisi to my right, and we got some scores. Most of these are halftime or early second half scores. Where is my page with the scores on it? I can't find it. But tell us about Wapak and Marion Local there, AJ. While I'm looking for the rest of them.
Looking at the score, it's Wapak 7, Marion Local 7 at half. That's a spotlight game tonight.
Sure is, man. That's a good one. That's one of those when the crowd hears it, they're like, ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Also a halftime score from a little while ago, Coldwater 21, Kenton 2, Versailles 17-0 over Salina at the half. Fort Loramie 25, Minster 13. That's a good grudge match. Route 66 battle. 25-13, Loramie with the lead, and there's our first touchback as Hunter Schaefer pounds it into the end zone, and that's going to put the Wildcats at their own 20. Also, 31-0, the Elida Bulldogs all over the Spencerville Bearcats at the half. And St. Henry. I think they were expecting that one to be a little bit tighter matchup. And then St. Henry, their traditional week one opponent, Covington. St. Henry all over them, 42-0 at the half. All right, so Bath now, their first time on offense here in the second half. Cardinals taking care of business, take the opening drive. They go, let's see, they started their 17, that's 83 yards if my math is right. And capped off by a nice pitch and catch, Holman to Tiemann, and the Cardinals on defense stuff the run. That's number 25, Dylan Bombauer.
Stop for a short gain by number 25, Dylan Bombauer. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Gain of 1 for the Wildcats, and they will send a man wide right. That is Vinny Vendetta, number 21. They got a man wide left and a man in the slot. And Sullivan surveys the field. He's going to his left side. Nice pass. Oh, almost a great catch.
Nice ball.
He got it in the basket. I'll tell you what, it was a tough catch. Unable to pull it down.
Sullivan's pass ball is incomplete for number 2, Cody Vandermark.
That was Cody Vandermark over there on the far sideline.
Number 2, Kale Tangeman.
Cardinals had coverage there, but man, I'll tell you, Sullivan dropped that in the bucket.
Yeah, he did.
Nice looking pass. So Bath again going to run this receiver to the short side. Vandermark in the slot for the Wildcats is Blaine Albright, number 5, and then Vendetta wide right. It's sort of a tailback formation with Sullivan in the shotgun. That's going to be Lehman behind him. And now we're going to switch out, and number 1 is going to be lined up far to the right. I'll get you his name here in a moment. That is Logan Markley. Pass over the middle, tip, very dangerous. Evan Eyink on his way to a really nice season last year before he got hurt. Or excuse me, as a sophomore, he was hurt before this. I think Cardinals didn't have him at all last year. I think it was a sophomore year, 3 or 4 interceptions as a linebacker. Almost got his hands on that one. So the Cardinals force the punt. David Holman now back on the midfield stripe. He's got Aaron Tiemann to his right. Welch's kick, another nice one. Good hang time. Holman will fair catch that.
Number 5, David Holman on the fair catch.
And the Cardinals start with nice field position here. AJ, 8:51 to go with a 3-score lead, 21-0 at home.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice start for the New Bremen Cardinals here in the first game of the year. And like we talked about earlier is, you look at this as kind of their last scrimmage. I mean, because of the season.
So early.
But I like how New Bremen looks right now. They're kind of.
They do. They look confident. They look under control. There's no, chaos or panic looking. Everything's just, plays are coming in, coaching staff's communicating, boys are responding.
Or a hangover from the playoff game. I mean, we talked about that earlier, too, between us and pregame.
Yep. Gugeg on the jet sweep now is going to take it around the right side. He's got Hunter Schaefer blocking, but a nice job from the back door of limiting that to a 3-yard carry. That is Tyshawn Davis, the senior defensive end, number 52. We've called his number a couple times tonight. Did a nice job of scraping down the line of scrimmage, staying with Gugeg, and getting him from behind.
Yeah. I mean, once again, that containment right there at the defensive end really did a good job for that linebacker to come in and stop.
Yeah, because that forces that runner to bounce out one more gap, and Hunter Schaefer had a nice lead block.
Right.
But from behind there, and now we're going to get an offsides on the defense, got in the neutral zone. And so that'll give New Bremen 5 extra yards of real estate. Coach Schmidt will say, okay, I'll take that. Cardinals going to line it back up. They've got wide left, that's number 13, Dylan Kramer. We've seen him close on a couple of receptions tonight. I'm not sure he's caught one, but he's been close a couple times. Gugeg in the slot. And then kind of lining up in an offset tight end, Dylan Bombauer, number 25. And Hunter Schaefer will keep it. Very patient runner. He's got first down yardage, bounces outside, run out of bounds by Lehman. But you see Schaefer's vision there. He's just waiting. That's that senior experience.
Yeah, that's just nice. He was real patient on that. He found that crease there, and he just took it. And once again, first down for the New Bremen Cardinals.
Really impressed with the Cardinal road graders up front. Doing a nice job of holding blocks, blocking into the second level, and giving their runners time to see the field. Holman, little quick hitter in the wide receiver slot position there, and then Bath collapses. But again, Tiemann, as tall as he is and as athletic as he is, can fall forward for a couple extra yards, and he does so. Second down and about 5 or so, maybe 6.
But it goes back to what we were talking about. This is MAC football right here. I mean, that's just ground and pound.
Win your battle.
Win your battle, that sort of thing. And that's why that's the best conference in the state, is because that's the way they play.
Little fake jet sweep. Holman pulls it down. Bass shuts that lane and then comes in again. Another backside tackle, this time the freshman, number 51, Carson Kennard.
I think
on
they're
the stop.
Short of the first down there.
Yep. Looks like he's about a yard short. You're right. Another good eagle eye, A.J. Lisi over here. Yeah. I'm too old to see that far, man.
Yeah, let's put it this way. All Glaze Eye Care got me my
Nice.
That's all I got to say about that.
Nice. All Glaze Eye Care.
John Price. He does a good job.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Cardinals teaming in the slot. One receiver wide right. Now low snap. And Bath all over this. Little miscommunication. Some confusion in the backfield, and Bath makes the Cardinals pay. They drop a couple yards on that one.
But who was carrying the ball? Was it Holman or was it Chester?
Well, it was hard to tell. The low snap threw the timing off, and then they, I don't want it, you take it.
Yeah.
Kind of deal. So decision time for Coach Schmidt. 4th and a long 2.5. And they're going to bring in, looks like the Jumbotron here. They've got number 36. I believe this is Hunter's brother, Trevor, 5'7", 168 junior. And so now you got Trevor Schaefer in there. 2 receivers, again, same set, different back this time. And Holman, quick hitter over the middle, no dice. Welch on the coverage with Tiemann. They had the matchup they wanted, just couldn't execute on that little poster. So the Bath defense holds, and they will take over 1st and 10. Nice job that time shutting down the Cardinal offense.
I think Holman was just a little too antsy on that. If he just get his feet set, get himself set to throw that ball, I think he would have completed it. But
if he could have led Tiemann on that could have been some big yardage. Yep. But as it stands, that did not happen, and Bath defense holds serve, and so they will be 1st and 10 at their own 31. Want to run down some sponsors real quick here. Berg Petroleum, Chili Tex LLC, Cy Sweeterman Incorporated, Dickman Supply, Grand Lake Health, Hometown Opportunity, Hilsman Automotive, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Park National Bank, Pratt Industries, SecureCom, and St. Henry Bank are sponsors for tonight's contest. You've been probably seeing their messages as we go through the game. I'd like to thank all of them. Without these local businesses, we cannot bring you high school sports at the level we do. We are grateful, and we ask that you please patronize our local businesses. So Bath now, let's see what they can dial up on offense.
Yeah, I was going to say delay of game penalty. They got a few extra seconds on that. But
yeah, Ben, you saw Ben Saylor pointing at the 25-second clock. So 5 extra yards, that'll set them up 1st and 15. They'll go back to the 26 and back to the drawing board.
Hey, it's the last scrimmage of the year, right?
That's right. Still ironing out the bumps. 1 receiver wide to the left, 2 right, and then a kind of a shotgun wing T formation like the Cardinals like to run. Now Sullivan back to pass. A little pressure on the outside. Now he buys time with his feet. Nice move to keep Saylor off of him. Then he's going to throw it out of bounds. Yeah. Cardinals pressure really created by the coverage downfield. Nice job. Nobody was open.
There was nobody there.
Yep. And he pitches it away, way outside the tackle box, way past the line of scrimmage, not grounding.
But hey, the one thing you got to look at Sullivan on that is, this is where I think you got to look at just taking off and running. I mean, there was nobody there. You can't wait that long, especially against this new Bremen front line. You can't wait that long. You just
Cardinals are athletic up front for sure. They go well side to side. You got Ben Saylor in there at linebacker, 23. And he was the one putting the pressure on Sullivan. But I thought he was smart to throw it away.
Yeah,
rather than take that sack back there, because that would have been another 5-6 yards.
Yeah, I yell that too much on Sundays. Can't be doing it on Fridays.
That's right. That's right. So Bath now with 3 receivers. Trips left, 1 right. And he's going to float it down here. And, oh, man, I'll tell you what, another step. And Blaine Albright would have had something there. Back on coverage for the Cardinals. That's Dylan Bombauer. And so we got 3rd down and about 15 here for Bath coming up.
He throws a nice ball.
He sure does. It's a pretty pass.
It is a pretty pass.
That one was a little bit long. Again, maybe later in the season, he drops that one in the bucket because chemistry, timing, reps, all that stuff comes together.
Exactly.
So Bath now, 3rd and long, 3rd and 15. Look for Cardinals, probably going to send some pressure. They're showing blitz. Now they step out of it. They're going to cover. 3 men rushing. Little inside screen to Lehman. And he catches it. Now you're going to get a face mask on the end of that, I think. You saw his head kind of come back on the tackle. So about a 7-yard, 5-6 yard pitch and catch, but I think they're going to tack some yardage onto that. And we'll see how this goes. And that's going to be 15 and an auto 1st down. So the Cardinals bail him out because they had him stopped. It was a little inside wide receiver screen and a little face mask on the end. So 5:37 to go here as the time stops for the penalty. 1st and 10 now. Bath's in business at their own 47. We'll take them any way we can get them, AJ.
Well, I think this is the farthest they've been offensively as far as field position.
Certainly this half. So 2 receivers right, 1 wide left, and again that wing T pistol formation. Sullivan keeps it. Pursuit backside. Cardinals do a nice job. In there from the backside, that is 74. Haven't called his number tonight. That is Noah Kelly, junior linebacker. So again, you saw Sullivan there, AJ, trying to be patient, but the speed on the backside for the Cardinals, and Kelly comes in and closes the door.
Yeah, that's.
So you got tight end left, 2 receivers left, 1 right, and again, single back. Most of the night, that single back has been Keaton Vernon, 5'9" junior. Sullivan's got time, going to roll to his left. A little dangerous pass, nice connection there. Looks like he hits Woodruff, and now you're going to get a late hit on the quarterback, maybe?
Yeah.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, 1st down. So about 8 yards on the completion, but you're going to tack some penalty yardage on that.
I think they said the pass was incomplete.
Oh, okay, I missed that.
Yeah. So you're going to get 15 yards.
So give him a 1st down. Yeah. Boy, that's tough. 2 big 15-yard penalties here on the Cardinal defense. So Coach Overman's going to get out there. You see him there. Hey, guys, settle down. Be smart. A couple of big mistakes here, keeping this drive moving for Bath. And again, Bath has executed. Yeah. That wide receiver screen was a nice play. It was well short of a 1st down, but it was only 2nd down. So Bath executing and the Cardinals handing them a little extra help. And Lima Bath is across midfield for the first time here in the second half. 4:33 to go, quarter 3. If you're just joining us, welcome. Scott Fryer and AJ Lisi. MAC versus WBL. So far, the MAC is up. And there's a sack for the Cardinals. Boy, oh boy, dead to rights.
Yeah.
And in there with the pressure, he just got off of his blocker. That was Carter Elking, the senior. Welcome to the MAC, says Carter. And now it's second down in McCartyville again here for Bath.
Yeah, that's just, I mean, that's what we talked about. That defensive line is really manhandling the Bath Wildcats right now.
And it's a three-man front with two linebackers cheating up and sometimes dropping back, and they're just winning their battles. Cardinals are just winning those key battles, and that's been the advantage. You're right. So Sullivan back to pass, plenty of time. He's going to hit one over the middle. You got pass interference. Yeah, he was in there a good second. Bombauer was before the ball. As it is, it would have been a stop for no gain, but now they're going to get a little penalty yardage. Coach Overman's going to go out. Just make sure the officials are getting that correct, of course. You know, you like to do that. But, yeah, I'd say he was in there a good second before the ball.
That's a tough call. I mean, it is. I mean, you got the tight end coming across. I mean, they did a great job containing it, but I think you're right. I mean,
there was a lot of traffic there, and that linebacker can't see the ball coming out, so he's going to just put a pop on the guy, and it is football. It's a football play.
That's the third penalty of this drive.
Yeah, so far they've given him 30 yards.
45 yards now.
And now this is going to mark them off another 15. Isn't that auto 15, auto first down?
Yeah, auto first down,
That's painful. So 45 yards and penalty yardage on this drive.
That's resulted in all 3 first downs.
And they've all been first downs, So Bath now into Cardinal territory inside the 40 to the 38. First and 10, 3:51 to go here in the third stanza. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Closest to us on the home sideline here, Vinny Vendetta, Blaine Albright. I'm going to guess that is Woodruff. And Vandermark to the left.
They're making this second down.
Yeah, because if you take that pass interference penalty, the down was played.
Okay, you're right.
Well, now they got Woodruff in the backfield. And the Cardinals are seeing something they don't much care for. You can see Coach Schmidt trying to get somebody's attention, and there's a false start by the Wildcats. So we're seeing some week 1 football here, a little bit of a penalty festival here in the second half, but again, high school boys, first week of the season, you're going to have that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we talked about. I mean, they're used to 3 scrimmages, working those kinks out. So
that's right. Kind of, that's part of it.
Yeah.
So now we got Lehman and Vendetta to the right, 1 receiver slot left, and then Woodruff in the backfield. And Sullivan's going to try to keep it, and there's just nothing there.
You're not going to get anything up the middle right now.
Yeah, the Cardinals doing a nice job of taking that inside run game away. They're going to call that no gain. So third down and about 14 now for the Bath Wildcats. So the Cardinals here, 3 big mistakes on defense. So far hasn't cost them anything significant in the, as far as points are concerned, but they need to lock it down now and get this stop. Other side here, Bath needs a nice pass completion or a busted run play, get that first down.
Now watch the screen pass.
So the give is to Woodruff. Bounce it out left. Hunter Schaefer was kind of there, but some iffy blocking right there. But the Cardinals contain on the stop for New Bremen. That's Troy Holman, number 21. Woodruff quick around that corner, but the Cardinals read it pretty well on team defense.
Yeah, that speed right now is the difference right now between defenses. And Bremen just has that speed on the outside that could contain them.
Very athletic linebacking core and D-line. And something new this year with their coverage, they have the experience in the corners and safeties to start to disguise coverages. And so it's going to be a lot harder for quarterbacks to read. And now you'll see Welch at his own 48. And you're going to get a fake punt. He's going to pull it up, complete it to Woodruff. And that is a first down for the Wildcats. Well executed.
Yeah, nice job.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, Mr. Welch, the freshman punter, we've seen him play some solid defense, but from the punting position, he's been a difference maker for the Wildcats. Well done. First and 10 Bath. Well done on the fake punt.
It was a perfect opportunity. I mean, you had the field position.
You're in that no man's land. Yeah. So, now, great call for Coach Reindell. Way to go. First down Bath.
What do you got to lose right now?
Right, and they earned it, man. They executed. So, see, Cardinals now going to reset their defense. They're at their own 28 on defense. And you get a timeout, Bath. We'll go ahead and take a timeout with them. Thanks again to Precision Strip for sponsoring our timeouts. 21-0 New Bremen up over Lima Bath here on NKTelco Sports. Welcome back to New Bremen High School. 1:52 to go in the third, and the Wildcats, with probably yardage-wise their longest drive of the night, are marching down the field. They had a nice punt fake conversion to a first down. Two receivers left, one right, and Woodruff remains in the backfield behind Sullivan, so a little adjustment there. Earlier we'd seen Lehman back there. We'd seen Keaton Vernon. But this combo with Woodruff looking at the ball has worked. Now the Cardinals send Ben Saylor, and he's coming backside. A lot of pressure, and it's going to be a jump ball. Aaron Tiemann goes up and goes and gets it. I believe the Cardinals have just intercepted that. He did. And so that will bring that drive, that threat to an end, and now the Cardinals will take over on offense. So they threw a jump ball in the end zone.
And that's what we were talking about, the inexperience of Sullivan there.
Yeah.
If he just take it off and run, and I think
or throw it downfield out of bounds, something,
exactly. It's, but, I mean, that, like I said, you're going to learn as you go.
Absolutely. Tomorrow morning in the film room, they'll point that out, and they'll have a conversation about it. And Aaron Tiemann, again, like I mentioned earlier, very good on the hardwood, went up and high-pointed that one and pulls it down for the Cardinals. So first turnover of the night goes in the favor of the New Bremen Cardinals, and they are first down and 10. They've got Tiemann to the right. They've also got Blake Suchlin outside of him. The give to Hunter Schaefer inside the left tackle, makes a guy miss with a stiff arm, runs past another, and they're going to mark him at about the 31, call it the 31 and a half, and that is a first down run. That gains a first down, and that stops the clock out of bounds. 1:35 here in the third, so I'm going to guess at this point, looks like we've got a timeout called. We'll keep it here, AJ. A developing situation in, I think they're in Mercer County tonight. Aren't they over at Marion tonight?
Yeah, they're over at Marion tonight. Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's going into the fourth quarter. Marion Local 7, Walpock 7.
How about that?
I'll tell you what, that's a great game to go see.
That's got to be a good one, man. Hats off to both teams, because big playoff runs last year, both conference champions, and here they go, man.
And the funny thing is, all week the rumor came out that they wanted to move the game back to Walpock just for capacity reasons, because Walpock can hold. But, you know, talking to Coach Travis Moyer Monday, he goes, I don't know who spread that rumor.
Yeah.
There's no way.
I'm pretty sure Mr. Goodman, no. Let's play at Booster Field.
Yeah.
Let's keep our routine at home. That's such a great environment. I get to do a lot of games over there over the years. And, man, the staff over there is dynamite. The fans, they know the sport. Yep. They're classy. That's a lot of fun to go over there. So, man, what a barn burner. 7-7 heading into the fourth. Walpock at Marion Local. So, again, a big WBL MAC matchup night. 4 games on the slate. And, boy, oh, boy, good stuff. Right now the MAC is 3 leads and a tie.
Yeah, that's
so. All right, so let's set the table here. The Cardinals just got a first down run by Hunter Schaefer, about 11-yard gain, and they are set up 1st and 10 at their 31. And I was just about to say, I think we're going to see a fair amount of run game here out of the Cardinals. Let's eat up some clock. And actually, I thought we had a precision strip timeout. We actually were out. Stoppage for Keaton Vernon. Looked like he cramped up a little bit on the Cardinals sideline, and that welcome to August football.
Exactly. I was listening to the Shawnee LCC game last night, and that was a big problem last night.
You know, I was talking with Coach Rindell on the field before the game, and, we're both down there sweating and looking at each other like, man, it's a week early. And he goes, I told my boys Tuesday, start hydrating now. I don't want to hear this, hey, Coach, I started hydrating at 2 o'clock today. What do you think? You know, that's a process that takes days to hydrate properly for this kind of exertion. So glad to see that hasn't been a big deal so far. And Hunter Schaefer with one cut back inside, down the field through the hole and into the third level of that Bath defense. Woodruff brings them down inside the Bath 45 to the 44. 2 plays, 2 Cardinal first downs, and now you're starting to see Now they're going to move him back to 45, but now you're starting to see when you can win the battle at the line of scrimmage, that just exponentially increases as the night goes on and guys get tired.
And the one thing, exactly, is Bath's starting to wear down.
Yep.
Bremen's got that strength where it's really wearing them down, and with the heat and everything, it's just that's what's going to happen here in August.
And you see it there, Dave Holman. I'll tell you, the Cardinals, the left tackle out here for the Cardinals, I believe that is Marcus Spielman, number 68. He has made some serious holes. When that run comes to his side and they cut inside that tackle, man, it has been there. And you saw Holman take one right there, 9 yards, 2nd and 1 now. And again, out of bounds, stops the clock. And the Cardinals, 2 receivers right, tight end tight left. Give us to Schaefer. Picks his hole, waits for his blocking to set up, makes a couple guys miss. Now he's around the right corner, and it is one man to beat. Here comes David Holman to block.
Oh, wow.
And boy, oh boy, Hunter Schaefer houses it. David Holman got him around that last Bath Wildcat, and the Cardinals scampered 36 yards on the legs of Hunter Schaefer. And that's the 4th score of the night for New Bremen. It's going to be 27-0, 50 seconds to go in the 3rd. As the Cardinals will line up that extra point, and it's fatigue time. You can see the D-line for the Wildcats. And one of the things Coach Reindell mentioned was they're a little thin numbers-wise, and that could, they got to stay healthy, but they're going to have guys going both ways.
Right, exactly, and you're starting to see it right now.
Yeah, in a game like this, that's a thing. Yeah. So Hunter Schaefer now lines it up for his 4th attempt at an extra point. It's down and good right down the middle. So the Cardinals, 28, Bath 0. We'll just go ahead and keep it here, AJ. Pretty impressive run game right there. No passes on that drive. New Bremen just opening holes, and then backs making that first guy miss. And it's off to the races.
Yeah, I mean, you look at that drive right there, 4 runs, and they had 81 yards.
I
mean, it's like we said earlier, that's MAC football right there. That's just ground and pound.
That drive was set up by an interception. Bath had a nice drive going. Marion Local just heard it over the PA. Marion Local is up 13-7 over Wapak. So let's see if the Redskins now have an answer to that Flyer score. Love it, man. High school football. Good time to be alive. And I'll tell you what, man, we're going to have volleyball here in the Nest Monday night. The Lady Cardinals with their first match of the season. So cannot wait to get behind that microphone. This is a favorite time of year for me, man. I love high school sports, and here we are.
High school football, college football, the Buckeyes. I mean, September 3rd, I'm ready to go.
AP number 2 to start the season. Woo!
Yeah, I'm playing AP number 5 right off the bat.
Heard an interesting bit of news from the school up north. Apparently some white substance was found on the football field during practice recently, and nobody knew what it was, and they called in a team of experts because, anthrax,
that stuff,
is it, dandruff, what is it? Well, it turns out it was the goal line. I'm a Michigan fan. I say that with pride, and I don't, no shame, but I saw that joke, and I feel like I had to repeat it because it was good.
That's a good one.
Little muff kickoff. He's going to have to, it went in the end zone, so that's going to go touchback. So that could have got interesting if that wouldn't have rolled to the end zone, man, because that young man was on the scramble trying to chase that thing down. So Bath will start at the 20. The Buckeyes open at home against Notre Dame. That's going to be a great ball game to watch. I'm so glad to see that.
The neat thing, I like these early matchups against these teams because you really want to see where your team's at. I mean, you see the Big Ten, you go through the Big Ten schedule, but you really want to see yourself against the Notre Dames, the Oregons. And, I know coming up they're going to play Texas, which Texas just announced that Quinn Ewers is the starting quarterback, which is an Ohio State transfer. So it's going to be.
The transfer portal sure has made things interesting. So now you got some new Cardinals in here on defense. In at linebacker, number 83. Let me get you a name on the roster. We got a flag in the air, and that is Lehman, and he makes some guys miss. Man, he is running hard, but David Holman limits him to 2 yards, and we've got a flag.
And we got an ankle injury, number 57, maybe a cramp, number 57.
Noah Kenning coming off the field. Not what you want to see if you're a Cardinal fan. He is an integral part of that defense. And I was just getting ready to say, we're seeing some different numbers out there now for the Cardinals with a 4-score lead. You don't want to see starters get hurt. And, I think that's a cramp. Looks like they're going to stretch Kenning out, so that's good news. Good news, bad news. But the way he was coming off, I thought it was an ankle, and you don't want to see that.
I thought it was an ankle, but the way he was hopping off,
Yeah, it looks like the trainer down there is going to get him stretched out. So it looks like we had a false start on Bath, so that's going to move the ball 5 yards.
No, it's...
Or, excuse me, offsides on the Cardinals. My apologies there.
Looks like encroachment.
Yep, so 1st and 5 now for Bath. They'll have 2 receivers left. Woodruff is in the slot. Lehman now. Fake to Lehman, and Sullivan keeps it, and the defense hems him in. Nice job of reading that. He maybe got a yard out of that. So nice job by the Cardinal defense reading that. Looked like Sullivan and Lehman. You look at Sullivan's looking at Lehman going, what happened there? So a little miscue. 2nd down and about 4. Trevor Schaefer now in at middle linebacker. Hayden Zeller, number 83, 6'5" of wide receiver / linebacker for the Cardinals as your second guy coming in. Pretty cool. All right, that's going to bring it into the 3rd quarter of action. New Bremen 28, the Bath Wildcats 0 here on NKTelco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
We are back in New Bremen as Bath on offense to start the last quarter. Sullivan keeps it, and he's going to run enough for a 1st down. Picks up about 7 on that play, so nice run there for the Wildcats.
Number 23, Kane Sullivan, the ball carrier. Looks like the big guy.
So Cody Vandermark in the slot left, and then it looks like Vinny Vendetta out at the numbers on the right side. And that is Skylar Lehman, number 17. He's on the program as a wide receiver, but he's been in the backfield for most of his offensive snaps. And this time, the Cardinals ready. And they stack him up. Noah Kelly, number 74. And also number 36, Trevor Schaefer. And so here you see the Cardinals, not that long ago, 40, 45 guys on the sideline. Now they're pushing 70. I didn't count them, but there's a bunch. And so they've got this luxury of rotating guys in and out on defense, which is huge, especially in a game like this when it's warm. Back to pass to Sullivan. He's got a little pressure up the middle. He avoids it. I think that might have been tipped. He was going for Lehman on the far side. Probably better that Skylar Lehman did not catch that one, AJ.
That could have ended out. It didn't end real well for the Bath Wildcats.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
So 3rd down 10 now for the Wildcats. Vandermark wide right. Vendetta down in front of us. Woodruff in the slot, off the line of scrimmage. They'll run Albright. He's going to shuffle side to side. Sullivan back to pass. Trying to set up a little screen out there. He does hit Lehman, but golly, the Cardinals snuffed that out. Loss of about 4. That should bring in the freshman punter, Welch. And here he comes onto the field as Bath just has no answer. The Cardinal defense, to me, I mean, obviously on the scoreboard they're pitching a shutout, but they really have been the difference tonight. Anytime Bath has got anything going.
It's just, it's just the strength and the speed of that front line of the Bremen Cardinals is just too much.
So Welch back at the 17. Boy, he's got a nice punt. That's going to tail. And, boy, nice job there by Tiemann, because if he doesn't catch that, the way that ball's coming down tail first, that could have kicked another 10, 15 yards. And so the Cardinals now with 10:02 to go in the fourth. Going to start 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Press box staff and visitors here tonight.
Once again, I'd like to thank our game sponsors: Keyhole Pizza, Precision Strip, Carriage Works, Minster Bank, Lincoln Electric Automation, Winners Meats, Speedway Lanes, and NKTelco. We get to the tail end of this one. AJ and I will award the player of the game. This is Trevor Schaefer, left, follows his blocker. Nice job again, being patient, and he is close to first down yardage. Gain of about 8 or 9, depending on where he went out of bounds. He's run out by Vinny Vendetta.
He picks up 8 on the play when he's brought down by number 4.
Yeah,
and Woodruff.
New Bremen right now offensively has had big play after big play after big play.
Yeah, they're running downhill at this point, AJ.
It's just the run game they've had 4 big run plays. They've had 2 or 3 big passing plays. So
little jet sweep this time. Around the right side. Makes the first man miss. Now you're going to get a flag in the air.
I think we got a holding.
And on that carry was Carlos Velasco, number 24.
Face mask. We're going to get a face mask on that.
46, but we do have a penalty marker on the play.
Personal foul, face mask against the offense.
Against the offense, wow.
So that's the 4th 15-yard dead ball penalty assessed to the Cardinals this half. And so there will be some things to discuss tomorrow morning in the film room for Coach Schmidt and company. Again, Coach Schmidt in his 7th season, I believe. Yep, 7 seasons. 39-38 record. And again, the first couple years were pretty lean in numbers and not a lot of wins. But the last 4 seasons in particular, Cardinals have had a lot of success in Chris Schmidt's program. Yeah. Hats off to him and his coaching staff and the culture they're building here, or have built here. 2020 state champs, and now Holman airs it out. Well overthrown over Grant Dickey, the sophomore receiver.
And you look back over the years and you saw where New Bremen's program was at. I mean, it was at the brink where they were going to get rid of football.
Yeah, there was discussion in the auditorium about, do we have football, do we not?
Yeah.
You know, community meeting. They petitioned the MAC to give them like 2 seasons for varsity only, and the MAC said, no, not going to do that. And they toughed it out. Yeah. They stuck it out. It was a little scary putting a lot of freshmen and sophomores on the field on Friday nights, but they stuck it out. They've got an off-season weight training program, and it's paid big dividends. As you see, Holman now runs through a big hole, picks up about 10 of those 13 yards. And that'll bring up a 4th and 3.
Still, I mean, they got 11 yards on that run.
And they are going to go ahead and punt the ball here. This will be the first punt tonight, I believe, by the Cardinals. Ben Saylor.
Now, this is their second punt.
Second punt, sorry.
They did have one in the first half.
Saylor standing at his 31. Low snap. Line drive right at Vandermark, and he's going to have to fair catch it because he's got Cardinals coming down in his face. And so Bath will have it 1st and 10 at their 20. 8:24 to go here in the 4th. If you just joined us, welcome. Scott Fry here with you. AJ Lisi to my right. Beautiful night in New Bremen.
You can't beat a night like this.
Nope.
Especially standing outside doing a broadcast. I mean, you can't beat this. I'm looking around, and, man, I'll tell you what, it's beautiful.
Sure enough is. So Bath will start off on offense again here, and now at this point, if you're New Bremen, you want to get that shutout.
Yeah.
You know, the defense has played pretty darn well tonight. They want to earn this shutout. No doubt about it. And if you're Bath, man, it's week 1. Yeah. Let's get something positive going here. Let's find something to build on. And something we can take home to feel good about.
Exactly. And this is the type of game where where are you at? All right?
Yep.
Because you're going into WBL league play next week.
That's right.
This is where, and I think they take on a Shawnee team that looked pretty good last night against LCC.
And a loss to LCC.
Yeah.
Sullivan airs it out. Nice job. Little toe tap on the sideline. Beautiful play.
Nice
catch. Think that was Vandermark over there. Boy, oh boy, he went up the ladder to get that. Came down with it, and they are going to give him first down yardage at the Bath 41. So nice pitch and catch right there on the sideline.
21 yards on that play. Yeah, Sullivan not as efficient as he was the first half.
Yep.
3 for 8. But, I mean.
Well, he's had some pressure in the second half. Cardinals have ratcheted up the pressure. Nice job of Sullivan pulling down that high snap. Gives it to Woodruff, but nothing there as the Cardinal defense all over that. Pressure behind the line of scrimmage. That's Ben Ransbottom, the junior, number 59. So nice play, getting his first few snaps of the night on defense, and it'll be 2nd and 11 for Bath. Seven and a half to go here. Once again, want to say hello to our friends at Bremen Fest enjoying tonight's football game. And we're going to get a timeout on the field. We'll go ahead and take it with them. New Bremen 28, Bath 0 here on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Welcome back to Cardinal Stadium, and now Marion Local stretching things out. 4:51 to go in the fourth. They are up 21-7 on Wapakoneta. Another run there. This time that's Keaton Vernon with the carry. And again on the tackle, we've called his number a couple of times here in the second half. Noah Kelly, number 74, and so that brings up 3rd down 11. No gain on that play. So, boy, Tim Goodwin and company out there in Mercer County getting it done here against
at a dogfight.
Wapakoneta.
Oh!
A 3-quarter dogfight.
That's going to be pass interference.
Ouch. 15 yards and a 1st down. So the Cardinals flagged for their 2nd PI tonight. And that's why you throw it down there, man. So looking ahead here as we work our way to the end of this one, let's talk about the Cardinals' upcoming schedule. You mentioned Bath is going to see Lima Shawnee.
Right.
Cardinals going to head back to the scene of the crime next week. They're going back down to face the Tri-Village Patriots.
Oh, wow. That's
quite a playoff game last year.
That's a big game.
Again, another computer points game.
Mm-hmm.
The Cardinals were up, I want to say they were up by 20, 21 at the half. It was pretty good sized lead. And adjustments were made, plays were made, and Tri-Village, beautiful second half of football, ended up knocking out the Cardinals in round 2.
Yeah.
And so I think there was an expectation coming off a state title that the Cardinals would make another deep run.
Right.
And there was not a good taste left in anybody's mouth in Auglaize County in the 45869 zip code following that one. So I'm pretty sure this one got circled on the calendar as an opportunity to go down there and avenge that loss. And you got to believe there's going to be some computer points on the table. And Sullivan now airing it out, and the receiver tries to run under it. Contact late. They're not going to flag that one because that ball was uncatchable, but you got to coach up that defensive back. You can't reach out and grab a guy. Just be a little careful there. And so 2nd down 10 now for the Wildcats. Looking on into the Cardinal schedule here. They go to Tri-Village, and then, that was a scrimmage. I apologize. Goodness. They scrimmaged Tri-Village.
Yeah.
I looked at the second line on the schedule, and it was one of the scrimmages. My apologies, friends. Anybody at home that knows better is going, Scott, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Now, nice run up the middle for Keaton. Good to see him back out there. He's had a couple of instances of some cramps, and he picks up about 6 on that carry. So the Cardinals are going to take on Lehman Catholic next week, and that'll be at Lehman. And then they travel to Parkway up in Rockford, and then they host Versailles. And the Cardinals have only beaten Versailles once. And it was 2 years ago on their way to that state title. Last year they played an absolute barn burner and came up a little short to that three-headed run monster down there.
Yeah.
And on Versailles' way to a 15-1 record. And I'll give you 3 guesses who their loss was to. Marion Local Flyers. Because Marion Local finished up 16-0.
Wow.
And state champs D7 last year. So they're home against Versailles, and I believe we have that one right here on NKTelco Sports. And then they go to Marion, and then they're home against Fort Recovery. We got that one. And then they go to Coldwater, and then they host Minster, the Battle of Route 66, and then they wrap up with Todd Schulte's bunch from up in Allen County, Putnam County, Delphus, depending on what side of town you live on up there, the Blue Jays. And that's always one you kind of circle as a Cardinal fan, because we've had some rough nights at the hands of the Blue Jays over the years. So anytime you can get those guys and beat them feels pretty good. So 5:34 to go. We'll go ahead and keep it right here, AJ. Do you happen to have access to the Bath schedule? We could talk about that a little bit. You said they start WBL play against Shawnee. I'm assuming that's going to be back up at Bath High School.
That's my guess, but I'll look here real quick.
And Shawnee, of course, they played the first game in the region last night, the first game in the area, took on LCC and lost 27-7. And that's an interesting game because Jerry Cooper's replacement, Scott Pulte, is at LCC, and then he beat the master, that kind of thing. So there was all kind of backstory and undercurrent surrounding that one. So that was kind of a cool matchup to start the season off. And see, that's interesting because WBL play, they have 9 conference games. So they get 1 out of conference, where in the MAC, they play 8 conference games. And they get 2 out of conference. Right. As we mentioned, the Cardinals going to take on Lehman Catholic. So we come out of that precision strip timeout, 5.5 minutes to go in the 4th. Bath again driving. They've got 4th down and short. Now we're going to go kind of a jumbo set here. 2 backs to the right. And they're going to, Sullivan's going to follow them. Backs get a nice block. And good job there by Sullivan. Boy, he's athletic, I'll tell you. He ran through the tackle of Hayden Zeller and got that first down, and I'll tell you, he's a strong kid.
He's a strong kid. Very athletic, like we talked about at the beginning of the game. So
yep.
That's a positive looking for Bath as the season goes on.
Yeah, they got man-on-man. They won the battles up front, got a good block, sealed the edge, and then Sullivan made his man miss and got that Wildcat first down. So, again, Bath really wanting to get one in here in the end zone. Cardinals really wanting to say no. They want to pitch that shutout. Sullivan now gives it to Keaton. And again, backside, number 88. That's Owen Rindler coming around to make the stop for the Cardinals.
Yeah, looking at the Bath schedule, they go to Shawnee next week.
Okay, so another road game.
And then they come home for their first home game against Kenton the week after.
Okay,
so,
very good. There's no easy weeks in the WBL, man.
There isn't.
Golly, it's like the MAC. There's no weeks off. And honestly, if you ask any of the coaches, they're not going to complain. That's what you don't sharpen your knife against butter. When you get through your conference schedule with a positive, more wins than losses, you've done something. You can feel really good about that.
Yeah, and that's why Northwest District is very successful in the playoffs.
Yeah. Yep, because they get out of their conferences and they face maybe less difficult competition. Pass was incomplete to Albright. A little high that time, a little quick slant. Brings up 3rd down and just over 10 yards for the Wildcats. Coach Overman getting that defense fired up. A lot of the 2s are on the field now for the Cardinals. Trying to keep this Bath offense out of the end zone. Sullivan taking his time, 13 on the play clock, back to pass now, getting some good protection up front. Going to take it down to the corner. Going to play jump ball.
Oh, wow. Did he get it?
And I don't think he did. No, Cardinals had coverage back there. That was Cale Tangeman, the junior corner, number 2. And when Albright went up for it, it looked like it might have been a little short. I think it might have hit Tangeman. And so 4th and 10 now for the Wildcats. 4:09 to go. Clock stops on an incomplete pass. They'll start the 25-second clock. So nice job there by Cale Tangeman, being in position to make a play. Two receivers right, 2 receivers left, single back. That's Woodruff back there with Sullivan. Sullivan waits the snap. Here we go. And Trevor Schaefer crashing from the left side, or the right side, excuse me. Sullivan escapes and then overthrows. Tell you, when he had to scramble, that threw that whole play off. Two receivers right beside each other. Normally, that's not something you want to see on offense. So the Cardinals defense, again, pressure. Trevor Schaefer that time coming around the right side from his normally middle linebacking position. Flushes Sullivan, and the Cardinals take over on downs.
Yeah, I tell you what, this New Bremen defense is going to be tough to handle as the season goes on. I mean, you're going to see some good games with the Marion Locals, the Versailles. I mean, even St. Henry. I mean, you can't.
That's a program that's coming along. They had a nice season last year. More wins than a lot of people expected from Coach Luthman. And now a high snap goes over our quarterback's head, says Coach Schmidt, and he tries to fall on Ryland Bussey as your quarterback number 4. Whoopsie. So a little scramble there and a big loss. Second down and maybe Botkins. Boy, that's a second and 26.
Whoa.
Head east, young man.
That's south if you're saying Botkins.
Well, actually, it's a little bit northwest, because 274. Yeah.
Dang, I'll tell you
That's
what.
a ways away. Second and 26 at the 16. Little handoff, little sweeper.
I have to take some geography classes. Holy
Yeah,
cow.
yeah, you got to sharpen that. Your eyes are good, but your geography maybe not so much.
Yeah.
Running the ball there for the Cardinals, that's Rogan Muther.
One step at a time.
That's right. Baby steps, man.
Baby steps.
So still third down and long now for the Cardinals. And these are good reps here, and this is one of the things that helps a good program stay good is when you can have a lead for the second half of a game and you can put your twos in, and now we got pretty much all JV probably on the field for the Cardinals, all those extra reps as Gugeg is going to get the sweep and a timeout bath. We'll go ahead and keep it here. Again, we've got volleyball getting ready to get started this week. NKTelco, a great place to catch all the high school volleyball action you can stand and more.
Yeah, it keeps good old Scott Robinson on his toes. I'll say
Absolutely, yeah. He's our lead producer here.
Yeah.
Want to thank Andy Bundy tonight for being here for tech support, getting us up and running. Had a little internet confrugalty, but we got through it. I'd like to thank Josh Miller over here on my left. He's running all 13 of the cameras from one position. It's weird. I mean, you have 13 cameras and it looks like 2.
Yeah,
that's how magical he is.
That's why I need my glasses. Just
That's right.
Pick which one to look at.
That's right. So again, we want to thank our big sponsors, game sponsors: Keyhole Pizza, Precision Strip, Carriage Works, Minster Bank, Lincoln Electric Automation, Winners Meats, Speedway Lanes, and of course NKTelco. Cardinals now got their JV offense on the field. Gugeg in motion. And Bussey will go ahead and keep it. That's Ryland Bussey. You may recognize that name from a senior basketball standout. His older brother Reese graduated at the end of 2021. Short gain, and we'll see the Cardinal punt team come on. Ben Saylor, 23, back there to handle the punting chores.
On to punt number 23, Ben Saylor.
Again, you can see this game recorded, the full playback, Tuesday, August 23rd, 5 p.m., Saturday, August 27th at 4 p.m. I mentioned earlier. You can also catch all of our games out on YouTube, Facebook, and nktelco.com/sports. And the Cardinals will down that punt. And there's 57, Noah Kenning. Good to see him out there. He left earlier with the cramp. And we did get some contact back there, roughing the kicker. And we're going to decline that. 2:08 to go here now in the final stanza. Next week, I'm going to be at Minster.
Oh, wow.
And they're going to be playing up a couple divisions and taking on Graham.
Wow, that'll be a good
Coach Seth Whiting in his second year down there in Minster. They've got a quarterback that they are really excited about down there, Brogan Steffi.
Oh, okay.
Made some noise last year as a freshman. Also made some noise on the basketball floor last year as a freshman. So I'm looking forward to seeing him. And at last I saw, Minster had their hands full with the Fort Loramie Redskins. That's a grudge match up and down State Route 66. So I'll be up there in Minster next week.
And I'll meet up with you in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Minster Marion Local.
Yep. That'll be, man, that's always a great one. That's another rivalry game. That'll open up MAC play. And boy, oh boy, Keaton gets hit dead to rights by a couple of Cardinals.
Vernon is stopped for a 1-yard loss by number 8, Brady
Keaton
Keller.
Vernon, excuse me.
up, second down.
Brady Keller in there, number 8 on the tackle. And we got a new quarterback. This is Welch. And man, that running back hit that hole hard and fast, and he sent a Cardinal rolling. Big run right there, almost 10 yards, gain of 9, third down and 3.
He's brought down about the 47 where it's third down.
And that ball carrier's number 27, Mikey Hale, freshman. So JV guys on both sides of the line of scrimmage getting reps tonight. Zach Welch in at quarterback. I tell you, he's had an impressive night tonight. Nice and cool. Cardinals snuff that run out. Keller in there on the tackle. You're getting offsides on defense. Also on the tackle, Rogan Muther for the Cardinals. And that's going to be a first down because they only had 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. So that'll be a Wildcat first down as we get into the final minute of play here in New Bremen. You can see that steady scoreboard shot, 28-0 Cardinals. So great way to open at home.
I mean, New Bremen still has some things to clean up.
Absolutely.
110 yards and penalties.
Well, and 60 of them came on in the second half here. 3 of those 15-yarders on one drive.
But you got to like what you see out of the New Bremen Cardinals right now.
Absolutely. There's a nice pitch and catch, quick stop. Again, Cale Tangeman on the stop, on the catch there for Bath. Logan Markley catches Welch's pass, gain of 4. Under 30 seconds, probably going to be the last play of the night. And Welch is going to keep it, gets around the corner. Boy, he's quick, and then he's hammered out of bounds. He is quick.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, that young man is athletic. He got around the corner and turned on the jets. And
knowing his dad played college football at Ohio Northern. He was a nice receiver.
Yeah.
For the Polar Bears. So that's where he gets his.
That was a nice run, I tell you. And Jacob Knoll laid that hit on the sideline, and that's going to do it for regulation. So at the end of Week 1, the New Bremen Cardinals opened their 2022 season with an impressive win over the WBL Bath Wildcats, 28-0. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, AJ is going to give us a sense of some statistics, and we'll send you home for the night. So again, hang out. We're going to get some stats right after this break. Once again, the final score here in New Bremen, the Cardinals win their home opener over Lima Bath, 28-0 here on NKTelco Sports.
We are here. And here. And here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
Welcome back to Cardinal Stadium at New Bremen High School. Once again, final score tonight, the New Bremen Cardinals under Coach Chris Schmidt holds serve against the Bath Wildcats, 28-0. AJ, give us some stats here, my friend.
I think the biggest stat is the rushing attack of the New Bremen Cardinals. They had, in the second half, they had 161 yards rushing in the second half.
Wow.
Total that up, it's 254 for the game because they had 93. That's impressive. That's getting it done
against a tough. That's no slouch defense right there on the Bath Wildcats. They got some beef up front.
You got to credit the offensive line coach for getting this team ready to go. They were strong up front, both ends. Both defense and offensive end. Combined with the passing attack, they had 372 yards total offense.
Nice.
Which is that's a great night. For the Bath Wildcats, I don't think they played bad. I think they're going to be a team that grows as the year goes on. They're young. They do have some experience. Total offense at 132 yards. I think their passing attack, which had 83 of it, could build off that. They got to work on some stuff on the running attack, but I'll tell you what, Bath's going to come along as the season goes on, and that's going to be a positive. But overall, impressive outing by the New Bremen Cardinals. I think right now, after seeing them, they're top tier in the league right now. They're going to continue to be successful.
Yeah, I'd agree. They had a nice start to the season. Good start. Good win against a D4 program with Bath that's up and coming and improving under Coach Reindell. And I'd say that's a confidence builder, and a good win for the Cardinals. So once again, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors: Keyhole Pizza, Precision Strip, Carriage Works, Minster Bank, Lincoln Electric Automation, Winners Meats, Speedway Lanes, and of course NKTelco. And we got one last piece of business. NKTelco presents one athlete from tonight's contest with the Player of the Game Award. And tonight we'd like to give that to number 28, senior running back for the Cardinals, Hunter Schaefer.
Yeah,
tough to decide between him and David Homan maybe, but Hunter really ran the ball really well and took the bulk of the yardage tonight for the Cardinals.
Yeah, especially in the second half. He had some nice runs in the second half that really put this game away. It was a 14-0 game at half, but I think with Hunter Schaefer and the way he ran the ball in the second half, it's a no-brainer.
Absolutely. So once again, congratulations to Coach Schmidt as you see the Cardinals there on the field kneeling down for a team prayer after a meeting. And here's to going to Lehman next week. Cardinals hit the road, head to Shelby County, and take on the Sidney Lehman Cavaliers. Thanks again for joining us tonight. For AJ Lisi and for Josh Miller, my name is Scott Fry, and we will see you in 1 week for Week 2 of high school football here on NKTelco Sports.